We've got some clips of Jessica Tarlov, the Fox News liberal, shutting down her MAGA co-host and their propaganda on the VP pick of Tim Walz. So let's look over a few of these clips. There will be a bonus one at the end as well. Stay tuned to see what that's going to be, and we'll provide the missing context needed.
Jesse just radiated some of them. The attacks on him as a socialist. I don't know what kind of socialist runs the number 6 best state in America for big business. Target is there for a reason. 3M is there for a reason. United Healthcare is there for a reason. General Mills is there for a reason. And the kinds of things that he has gotten past are exactly the kinds of things that Kamala Harris wants to talk about. Things like paid sick leave, $2.3 billion into public schools. He did a huge infrastructure bill.
Was this your top pick?
Yeah, actually it was. In the last couple of days, I was honestly happy with all 4 finalists. And if it had been Andy Bashir, Mark Kelly, Tim Walz, or Josh Shapiro, I would have been happy. But what you're going to see is the right trying to define him as Jesse did. But you're going to see that side-by-side picture of Tim Walz after he signed free school breakfast and free lunch. And someone like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who is a star in the Republican Party, got a prime speaking spot at the RNC, signing a bill to allow kids under 16 to be able to work.
Yeah, and Minnesota achieved the 5th best state for business by knocking out red state Texas from the top 5 for the first time in history. Tim Walz invested massively into infrastructure, which created a multitude of jobs. It ranks high, the state of Minnesota, in quality of bridges and roadways because of this exact reason as well. So he kind of knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone, or 1 bill, you could say, right? Minimum wage is over $10, which is well above the national average, and their capital is ranked the happiest city in the United States. And the contrast is pretty clear, as Jessica laid out. Walz made sure kids were fed in schools and that teachers were paid respectively so they could teach the kids and educate them to their need. And Republicans are making sure that kids can be forced to work. Which do you think that a family's gonna value more?
Jessica, I have to ask, why did he honeymoon in China?
What?
He's been to China 30 times. That's strange.
Oh.
I find that
was he there with Hunter Biden?
suspicious.
Okay.
This is like laughably stupid. It shows, for one, the lengths that MAGA will go to create narratives out of desperation because they literally have nothing, but also their inability to do the least bit of research before they spew these talking points. Walz taught American history, culture, and English for over a year in China through the World Teach program. On his honeymoon, him and his wife led 2 high school tour groups there. It's pretty easy to research and find these reasons that are pretty meaningless when you look into them. And it also doesn't mean anything even if he just vacation there, saying empty words with nothing behind them and hope to stoke fear in his MAGA listeners is just disgusting. I mean, it's propaganda, so at this point, it's what you would expect from Fox. And that's why I can't say I could put it past them. Now, for the bonus clip, let's jump to Mehdi Hasan on CNN arguing with the Trump guy.
Democratic Party is now. You can look at the colleges, campuses where it was primarily Democratic young activists that were very much anti-Israel. They were saying, you know, we don't care that you were attacked. Well, I was just saying, you don't care that you were attacked. You don't care that there's still American hostages in Israel that are being held against their will. You know, and there were protesting thing. This is coming from within the Democratic Party. So to try to play it off as a Republican thing is just disingenuous.
You don't think there was a Holocaust denier in Donald Trump's home less than 2 years ago?
Sure, there absolutely was, and that person's an idiot. I'll be the first to tell you that. But what we're talking about right now,
Donald Trump's an idiot first.
No, the person who's this Holocaust denier, he's an idiot.
That's not what I asked. Why was he in Donald Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago?
You know, he invites a lot of non-traditional media people. That guy owns a podcast, or he does a podcast, is my understanding.
It was Kanye and Fuentes, both Holocaust deniers.
Like I said, he goes to a lot of non-traditional media podcasts and has these conversations. I wouldn't do it, but that's what the campaign has made the decision.
This just further gives the game away of the mind state of Republicans and especially MAGA. If Democrats do something, it's because they're evil, or in this case, anti-Semitic. If Trump does it, he's just doing it for shits and giggles, and we can't blame him or judge him for that. It's the curve that the media puts Trump on that they don't put any other politician on. The left, by the way, rallied around Bernie Sanders just 4 years ago, even more so just 8 years ago, who is a Jewish man. So that's just, it's just funny, right? In the matter of 4 years, we've all became anti-Semitic. I mean, most actual lefties support Jill Stein, who is also Jewish, but whatever. The Democrats ran a Jewish vice president as far back in 2000, but now all of a sudden the Democrats are just so anti-Semitic. It's kind of funny to even consider this as real. Meanwhile, Trump had dinner with literal Nazis, like actual self-proclaimed Nazis, meetings with literal Holocaust deniers, and has pushed the globalist tropes and conspiracies since 2016, which is actually anti-Semitic. this is just an age-old game of the right trying to project the things that they do onto the left so that they then don't have to take accountability for them.